Let's go. Time. Picture this. Can I have my music, please? You're at a cupping table with different harvests, all from the same farm that you've worked with for years. Now, in each of those harvests, you would find a unique story, a familiar flavor structure, yet a sense of surprise from cup to cup. It is this surprise that excites me throughout my years of working with coffee. Now, having said that, I truly believe the core of a good tasting coffee synergizes from its variety, microclimate, and the land it's grown on. And to highlight this synergy in coffee, I've selected my all-time favorite, a clean, washed process. Now, I've always loved a good washed coffee, vibrant and lively. It has the ability to reveal the clear complexity of its growing conditions. And today, I'm excited to showcase these terroir qualities by using a fully washed coffee over 3 key fundamentals found in it: sweetness, mouthfeel, and complexity. Now, judges, on the cart in front of you is a distinct example of a naturally gifted terroir-driven coffee. It's a fully washed geisha from Santa Barbara, Honduras. What fascinates me about this coffee is that sweetness quality and its clear varietal representation. So I was eager to better understand the cultivation of this exceptional coffee, and Benjamin Paz, the producer of Finca La Salsa, emphasizes traceability to its variety, aligning with our core principle, terroir representation. But before we dive in more, I'll begin with some preparations for your signature course. Now over here, I'm about to cool down the espressos over stainless steel cubes to avoid any form of dilution, to retain that flavor structure for your signature course later. So, to express the aromatics of these geisha, I have mosaic hops that shares comparable flavor notes. It's a hybrid variety of its own, most noted for its deep floral scent that will complement the flavor structure of this geisha. Now I'm extracting 7 grams over 100 mils at 75 degrees Celsius to capture that aromatics with the least bitterness possible. Now, to equate mouthfeel, I'm adding 25 mils of cold pressed watermelon juice and 1 part 10% citric solution to 100 parts fresh milk, creating a watermelon milk wash. Now, this will also highlight the deep tactile quality found within this coffee. We'll let this all sit in and come back to it for your signature course later. Let's begin with the espressos. Now, in recent years, there's been a shift of style in preparing espressos. Now, with the help of innovative tools and deeper knowledge on roasting techniques, I'm able to optimize my extractions for higher sweetness. And to achieve that, I'm dosing 20 grams in to extract 48 grams out. Now, by using this ratio, it allows me to showcase the full potential of its sweetness and flavor clarity from this terroir. Now, judges, that beautiful picture on your left is Finca La Salsa, located at 1700 meters high. Now, right after the mucilage was removed, they were evenly spread on a parabolic dryer for 20 days till 10% moisture, which helps stabilize the volatile compounds within this coffee. Now, these geisha trees were grown in rich volcanic soils through a dense layer of mist formed by a nearby lake. The condensation from this lake creates cascading clouds over the entire area at La Salsa, protecting them from direct sunlight. Now, as we know, this slows down the maturation of cherries, which makes up for higher sweetness. It is Benjamin's adaptive approach in utilizing this unique microclimate that shaped part of your taste experience today. Now, this is a vibrant yet delicate espresso, where you will find zesty vibrancy like sweet navel orange, followed by sweetness that resonates biting into a ripe stone fruit. Now, overall, when you put it all together, you will get deep floral aromatics while you perceive flavors of navel orange, dark honey, and nectarines. This espresso sits in between medium to light body for weight that holds a silky, smooth texture. It ends with a sweet and lingering orange candy finish. You may now stir your espressos 10 times, front to back, to cool it down a little, and you may place your spoons back into the cups on your right. Enjoy. We'll carry on in about 10 seconds. You guys ready? Right. Over the course of working on this milk drink, I wanted to highlight the mouthfeel through this delicate coffee. Therefore, I'm using the very same espresso recipe and worked around the milk to achieve this. So I'll be pairing it with 100 ml of heated milk at 55 degrees Celsius. But this combination of ratio will bring you new, comforting flavors of Danish butter cookies and toasted cashews. It has a creamy mouthfeel with a long finish of sweet butterscotch candy. Now, if you please excuse me while I steam this milk. Right. From a molecular perspective, cow's milk is a complex product. So my team and I dived in deeper and found that fat and protein levels in commercially available milks are commonly unbalanced, which got in the way of clarity for my milk coffee. So we decided to create a simple milk blend with 1 part freeze-distilled fresh milk, where 70% of its water was removed, and 2 parts regular fresh milk. Alright, this is for you. Enjoy. Now, we also noticed that the freeze distillation process increases perceived saltiness in milk. Therefore, a 2-to-1 dilution ratio to bring down the intensity. Now, this milk was locally sourced and deliberately measured to bring both fat and protein levels to 6% each, working hand in hand to provide ideal weight and mouthfeel to further enhance your milk drink. This is for you. Enjoy. Now, Benjamin's approach is to showcase La Salsa's growing conditions through this wash process. Our approach is to connect that with sweetness and tactile structure. So we roasted this coffee through infrared heat energy, allowing us to reach peak sweetness much quicker while preserving all the complex qualities it offers. Just a second. Alright, this is for you. Now, these steps were carefully monitored during roasting and resting, as it provides sufficient solubility in achieving higher sweetness that you will experience even through this milk drink. Now, judges, I would like you all to please have a sip of water to cleanse your palates just before your next course. Now, head judge, your cup is just right beside the kettle. This is for you. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. It is my role as a barista to constantly push boundaries in elevating coffee quality, creating new, relatable experiences. So, being inspired by the complexity of this terroir, I'll be using natural ingredients found around us that relates to the attributes found within this coffee, and elevating that through your signature course. The first one is a navel orange koji culture, representing the quality of acidity and the minimal fermentation that's gone through this coffee. Now I've chosen to go with koji inoculation for a gentle effect during fermentation, where the acidity of the fruit remains vibrant while creating new aromatics of orange blossom. Now koji is a spore. When flourished, it produces natural enzymes that breaks down carbohydrates into sugars and proteins into amino acids, giving these oranges its distinct floral note. Now it's fermented with skin in an oxygen-free environment with 1% koji to 300 grams navel orange for 4 days. They are then pressed to extract the juice. I'm adding 36 grams into this mix. Secondly, I have panela sugar to elevate the sweetness quality found within this coffee. Dissolved in water with a 1:1 ratio, and I'm adding 16 grams of it. Now, panela has qualities, when combined, translates into fresh papayas in your drink. Thirdly, for pleasant bitterness and aromatics, 25 grams of the mosaic hops extract. Now, this has a balancing effect while creating balancing out the sweetness and acidity. And this, while it creates a new flavor of pink guava. And judges, I truly believe that tactile quality shapes our perception of flavors. Therefore, as the fourth component, 30 grams of the watermelon milk wash I created earlier. Now, this has a balancing effect while creating new malic-like vibrancy, like red plums in your drink. And lastly, the chilled espressos, where it gently incorporates into the mix, yet remains the absolute foundation of it. Judges, this drink is a reflection of our ability to elevate specialty coffee experiences. It's stirred and served slightly chilled, bringing you new flavors of pink guava, papaya, and fresh red plums. It's complex, yet well-structured. On the nose, orange blossom. The tactile sits within medium weight, but it starts smooth, and it slowly develops into a silky mouthfeel. Now it ends with a persistent orange blossom note. To complete the taste balance, I have an umami extract. Now what you see here are the primary sources of umami-related acids. We found higher glutamate release in dried foods due to its slow breakdown of proteins. Therefore, all these ingredients were rehydrated once again. This slow boiled at 80 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes, the perfectly balanced ratio of 200 grams water to 10 grams each kelp, shiitake mushrooms, and bonito flakes, creating this umami-rich liquid. Now, this is then combined with 10 ml of pressed cherry tomato juice that works to round up the fifth and final taste formation for this drink. 2 drops into each of your drinks to incorporate a subtle sensation of minerality that spreads across the palate, synergizing all the complex flavors in harmony. Now, judges, when I serve you, I would like you to please raise your glass, swirl 5 times to capture that orange blossom, followed by taking at least 2 sips. There you go. Enjoy. There you go. Enjoy. Now, this coffee has deepened my appreciation for the natural surprises that comes in your purest form. I'm Surender, and that's my time.
All right, just on time. Big